warned you I was going to have a member of One Direction on tonight. One Direction, as you know, are... And by the way, Liam is on the phone. Liam.
Hello.
Liam. Correct me if I'm wrong. The names.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's wonderful, Liam. And listen, I'm gonna introduce the band really quickly. It's Niall Horan. Is that right?
Yeah, that's Niall. Yeah.
Niall, Zayn Malik, and then there's Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson, and of course Liam, of which we have the pleasure today to speak with. Welcome to the program, Liam.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and more importantly, welcome to Taiwan. Just like everywhere, the love for the group is just phenomenal. I'm starting to wonder how
thank you very much. Thank you. I've never been to Taiwan before. I'll be interested to go.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. No, I just want to briefly, if anybody who's been hiding under a rock or something like that, last year at this time, One Direction's debut single, What Makes You Beautiful, debuted at #1 on the UK singles chart. After becoming the most pre-ordered Sony Music Entertainment single in history, Liam, when all you guys left the studio after recording that single, did you have any idea that you had just done enough to make history? And then to find out that your first album debuts at #1 on the US Billboard chart, also more history, and being the only British group to ever do that. And then, Liam, you realize, of course, even the Beatles never did that.
I know, it's so strange to when you hear things like that. It's just such a strange situation, really. I mean, we recorded the song and we thought the song was good and we loved it, but obviously, you never know what the general reaction to the song is going to be like. So when all these different things started happening all over the world for us, we just thought this is crazy. And I mean, we never asked for anything like this either. That's the thing. It just kind of happened. So we're just very, very lucky boys.
How did you, I'm curious though, how did you guys go about celebrating that? Did you go wild and nuts? Be candid with us. Did you just go screaming and yelling? Of course you didn't run out the street. You didn't want anyone to see you. But what was that reaction like?
It was nuts, really, I suppose. But, we were so busy all the time that we haven't really had chance to sit down together and kind of go, we've done quite a lot this year sort of thing. So I don't know, we haven't really started celebrating just yet. We're going to wait and see how this album goes, see if, this is going to be a long-term thing, and then maybe we'll start celebrating.
Good. Wait till it settles in. And by the time you do that, you'll be resting finally. Now, you guys are all heavily involved in the writing of your material. Is that right?
Yeah, no, that is true. That is, especially for this album. I mean, with this album, we wanted to kind of make the songs as much about us as possible. Like, the first album was more of a learning curve, and for us to get used to recording and get used to being with producers and making music. And now for this album, we know the stuff, so we're just going for it as much as we can.
I even understand now. Zayn understand an incredible story. When he was 12 in high school, there was some young lady he was just crazy over, right? Writes her a song, puts on a cassette. She's a little bit older than poor Zayn, and he presents her with the tape. And, of course, she says, well, it's cute, but no, Zayn. Now, this shows that the passion for writing was there. Has pretty much, you guys revolve around Zayn, or, as I say, in the last album, it was about putting it all together in a group and say, listen, we like this idea, we like this, because it seems a cohesion when you produce those records. It comes through in such a way as if it were a joint effort that was all agreed upon.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, we kind of just sit down together when we write and just kind of think about what kind of concept we're going to go for, and, what we want the lyrics and stuff to be about first, and then we'll pick out a title maybe, and usually there'll be a track already written, so then we just sit down and just write about what we want to, really. But we're lucky that we get to work with some of the best writers in the world, and, they give us lots of good advice, and they've turned us into a few good little writers, so it's good.
Now, you mentioned that. I understand that Simon Cowell went out and challenged the best writers in the world, or all the writers in the world that he could get within his hearing, and challenged them to be a part of the new up-and-coming album, and which is Take Me Home. You said you've been together with a lot of people. Can you drop names for us, Liam? Is that okay for you to do? Who are some of the people involved in the second album?
Well, there's Rami, Carl and Sarvan, who wrote What Makes You Beautiful. Rami worked and wrote Hit Me Baby One More Time, Britney Spears, so obviously he's a very big writer. Carl wrote Nicki Minaj's latest track, Starships, so, that's a big tune as well. Who else did we work for? There's a new guy we've worked for, actually, called Julian Burnett, who's actually a really cool guy, and he's written some of the songs of this album. They're some of the great ones as well. Ed Sheeran, who's his album's huge. Plus, he's written some amazing songs. He's wrote 3 or 4 tracks this album as well, and we love all the tracks so far. They've been great.
Oh, okay. Now that brings me to the next question, which is, I couldn't wait to ask this question. What direction can we look for from One Direction in this next effort? And I understand now the word out is going to be a little bit. The term is used. It's cheekier. Now, please amplify on that just a little bit for me.
Cheekier. I think that the songs are just a little bit more mature, really, and they're, like I said, they're about real life situations and the kind of the situations that we've been in. So, yeah, I think that's what they mean by cheekier, and it's just some of the situations that we've been in.
I heard that term, but I was trying to understand what is meant by cheekier. So, yeah, okay, so you're saying the album may be taking on a little spin, a little more mature. You're saying, okay,
yeah.
All right. You know what I think we're going to do? The first single, let's go, "Live While We're Young," and let's take a listen to that right now as we continue with Liam as he continues to explain the new album. ICRT FM, and we're back here. And we're speaking with Liam Payne of One Direction, as I promised you earlier in the evening. And the band's new single, "Live While We're Young," has already become the highest-selling pre-order single in history in more than 50 countries. It's expected to blitz the charts as per usual. I wonder if you guys by now are expecting anything less. The success so far, I suspect the diva attitude won't take place like some people in about another 5 years. Right now, you guys are just having a good time and sounding great doing it. And the single defines the existence of One Direction. Guys, are you really enjoying yourselves, I suspect?
Yeah, no, and like you said about the diva thing, I like what you said there, because that's the main thing, and the main reason I think that people like us is because, we're in this position that's quite extraordinary, and we're still acting like the same normal lads who you'd have seen on the X Factor. We still mess about too much and get in trouble with, our managers and stuff for doing stupid things and being inappropriate, but I think that's quite funny.
That's good, because as long as you guys continue with that energy, we're going to continue to hear the band that we've loved. And so don't change that. Continue that. One Direction's 2013 World Tour set to run for most of next year. The tour is set to be preceded by their second album release, "Take Me Home," which is scheduled for release, by the way, November. And I bet you guys are pumped up for that. Normally, tours are divided up globally. Liam, and if I don't ask this question, they'll be waiting for me outside, is there an Asian tour lined up, and is it possible that Taiwan will be included? I don't even know if they let you in on these things, but we'd love to know if you can give us some insights on that.
To be honest with you, I have heard some talk about it. I think they're trying to arrange it at the moment, but obviously, it's so busy for us at the moment. So, we're just hoping for the best, and we'll just have to see what happens. But as I imagine, I think we will be out there very soon.
That's a wonderful thing. Liam, and also we'll make sure that incident in Sweden is not repeated. I heard about that. The girls in Sweden got a little more rambunctious than you might have expected. I still can't imagine. What was it like sitting in that limo and having body parts all over the windows?
It was interesting. It was one of the more interesting days. I'll go for that, yeah. No, it was good.
I would explain to the audience what happened, but we're on a family radio station, so we can't go about doing it. But trust me, people.
Oh no, we can't go into things. They'll just have to think about it for themselves. But yes. I would just like to point out that we never encouraged any of that. It just happened, so it wasn't our fault.
Liam, I want to thank you so much for dropping by. I'd love to.
Thank you very much.
Please have a say to the audience, and because they just want you to hear from you your love. What would you say to the Taiwan audience right now?
I just want to say to the fans over there, thank you so much for waiting for us. We realise it's been a long time and you guys want us out there. We're trying to do our best to make time to come out there and see you guys. And, thank you for all your tweets and stuff that you've sent in to us. And, lots and lots of love from us. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Liam.
Thanks very much.